Good afternoon, Simon from Life's a Gamble, Let's Take a Chance. And this weekend I've been taking the deck off chance on the starboard side and finding a whole load of trouble. Major problems with the beam shelf, the knees, the actual small beams which connect the carling to the beam shelf, the tie rod's missing. There's a general mess that's been ensued. In the following video you'll see on Patreon and also on YouTube, you'll see that it is a disaster waiting to happen. No idea of why or who prepared this job, but they weren't boat builders, and all I can say is there must have been a bunch of bodgers, because they didn't even connect carling to the beam shelf either with bolts, tie rods. They just screwed into end grain of the deck beams, which were just cut off behind the beam shelf. No physical attachment apart from screws. Over the years those rusted away and they actually snapped off, leaving the deck to spread apart, a deck leak, and the boat to spread and fall off 1.5 inches in width, which is what's happened. And that is what, over the coming weeks, Simon and hopefully his volunteers will hopefully push and cajole the hull back into position once more, and hopefully then be able to put a new beam shelf in, new deck beams in, a new carling in, and also some ribs and some framing around the transom, hopefully to bring the whole boat back to the shape it's supposed to be. And that will be our job for the next 2-3 months, cajoling and manoeuvring the outside of the boat back into its rightful place. Also, one thing we'll have to do over the course of the next couple of weeks is put some props into the boat under the deck between the keel and the deck beams to support the deck while we take out the carling and the beam shelf and all the deck knees, and also the short deck beams and the long deck beams across the transom as well, which is his next job on Monday, to take out some more deck planks to expose more of the aft deck beams so that they can be taken out, made new ones of, and fitted so that that part of the boat will be strong again. But at the same time he'll have to go down to the keel and repair and replace some framework down that part of the boat, because the starboard hand side is completely rusted away. Although the port hand side is a little bit rotten in places, it does hold its shape, which is thankful, because we'll be able to take the patterns from the port hand side, replicate them for the starboard hand side, and then put them, bolt them, screw them, and nail them back in position, so that the boat will have some proper shape back in, not the shape she has at present. So in the meantime, that's all I've got to talk to you about today. I'll talk to you soon.